He changed 2 words on a social media profile, and the entire Shib community lost its mind. This is not random. This is not a coincidence. The last time he did something like this, what followed changed everything. What is happening and what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. This content is provided for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Market conditions can change over time. Shytoshi Kusama, the lead ambassador of Shiba Inu, has just made a move that the community has seen before. And every single time he makes this kind of move, something major follows within days. The clock, right now, is ticking. And if you hold Shib or are watching this space, you need to understand exactly what this update means and why it has the entire ecosystem holding its breath. Let us start with where the chart stands right now. According to market data, Shib is currently sitting at 537 units with a market cap of approximately $3.15 billion. The price has been grinding sideways to lower, pressing into a compressed zone near recent support. What is interesting here is the shape of the structure being built. Buyers are not abandoning this level aggressively. They are defending it slowly, quietly, holding the floor with measured patience. When a price compresses like this and refuses to collapse outright despite weeks of selling pressure, it often signals a coiled spring. The energy is building beneath the surface, and when a catalyst hits a coiled spring, the release can be violent and fast. That catalyst, right now, may have just arrived. Here's the thing. Shytoshi Kusama just updated the location field on his X profile to read UI bug fixes. 3 words. And yet the entire Shib community immediately went into alert mode. Why? Because this community has been watching Kusama communicate through his profile for years, and they know exactly how this works. His location field is not a location. It never really has been. It is a signal. It is a coded message dropped in plain sight for the people paying close enough attention to catch it. And here is what is wild. Community observers and market analysts who have tracked Kusama profile behavior point directly to a documented pattern. According to reports, previous location tag changes placed him in cities like Kyoto and Dubai in the days and weeks before major blockchain conferences or regional partnership announcements were confirmed publicly. The pattern is not a theory. It is a documented history. Profile change, silence, then announcement. Every time. So what does UI bug fixes actually point toward? This is where it gets interesting. At the very end of January 2026, Kusama made a rare public appearance to confirm, as per recent analysis, that he had been working on an independent AI project, describing it as entering alpha testing and being actively polished. He did not name it formally, he did not give a launch date, but he confirmed it was real, it was close, and it was built with a small team. A profile update that now says UI bug fixes appearing just weeks after that alpha testing confirmation is not subtle. It is pointing directly at a front-end polish phase, the kind of work developers do in the final stretch before a product goes live. But here's the kicker. This is not the only thing converging at this exact moment for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. The same week Kusama dropped this profile signal, network data confirms that Shibarium is in the middle of a complete structural overhaul of its validator network. Following a compromise of validator keys, the development team is executing a full rebuild of the proof-of-stake node architecture. The objective is to move away from any remaining centralized validator concentration and transition toward a fully community-governed validator set. This is not maintenance, this is reconstruction. And it is happening right now, in parallel with Kusama's signal drop. And there is more sitting just ahead on the calendar. Blockchain analytics show the Shibarium network has a confirmed and dated privacy upgrade scheduled for Q2 2026. This upgrade would integrate fully homomorphic encryption, which means encrypted computation directly on-chain. To explain that simply, right now, most blockchains publish who sent what to whom and how much, completely visible to anyone who looks. FHE changes that entirely. Transactions would execute and settle on-chain while the balance, sender, and value data remain encrypted and inaccessible to the public. Sources suggest the Zama CEO confirmed. This upgrade covers all 4 core Shibarium assets, including Shib, Bone, Leash, and Treat. If that goes live on schedule, Shibarium would become one of the very first consumer blockchain networks on the planet to offer native on-chain privacy at the protocol level. Not a patch. Not a workaround, built in at the foundation. Now let us talk about what the smart money is doing while all of this is developing. And here is where the picture gets even clearer. On-chain trackers indicate that futures open interest on SHIB currently sits at $60.8 million, while the OI weighted funding rate has been persistently negative. What that means in plain language is that the short trade is heavily crowded right now. Traders who are betting against SHIB are paying to maintain those positions. That dynamic historically creates fuel, because if positive news breaks into a market where shorts are stacked and paying to stay in, those positions close fast, buying pressure floods in, and the price moves sharply. A crowded short position sitting on top of a major catalyst signal from the lead developer is a combination the community has seen turn into a significant move before. Let us draw the historical line here. Cast your mind back to mid-2020. 4. Kusama made a public appearance at the IVS conference in Kyoto, Japan. The first time the wider public had ever seen him in person, wearing masks, gloves, and a hood to conceal his identity. Industry watchers note that this appearance followed a period of near silence on his profile, followed by a cryptic location update. The community that connected the dots early and positioned before the confirmation event saw SHIB surge more than 19% in a single 24-hour window as the news broke. The pattern of silence, then profile signal, then major development confirmation is not new. It is established behavior for this lead ambassador. And right now, all the conditions of that pattern are repeating. And what does Kusama himself say about where this is all headed? Earlier this year, responding directly to community members asking about the plan, Kusama described the Shiba Inu ecosystem as a puzzle that took years to construct. Analysts note where the corner pieces representing SHIB are now set, the outline tokens are in place, and the hard interior work of the ecosystem is what remains. He described it as a challenge that even the most sophisticated AI could not have mapped in advance. But the framing was clear, the structure is built, the pieces are placed. What comes next is the filling in, and filling in happens fast once the corners and edges are locked. For the community, for every single person holding SHIB right now, through the sideways grind, through the weeks of silence, through the uncertainty of a market that still does not fully understand what is being built here. This is the moment those of you who have stayed are waiting for. Not the promise, the signal. Cryptic, yes, deniable on the surface. But to the people who have been watching this ecosystem build, piece by piece, the profile change, the AI alpha confirmation, the validator rebuild, and the Q2 privacy upgrade timeline all converging in the same week is not noise. It is a countdown. The builder is in the final stretch. The clock is running. And the SHIB army is watching every second. Tell us in the comments, what do you think Kusama is about to reveal? Is this the AI project going live, a major partnership drop, or something none of us have even guessed yet? Drop your prediction below. Click on one of the videos on screen right now to keep up with everything happening in this space. And turn on the notifications bell immediately, because if a major announcement drops and you miss it, that could genuinely cost you. Share this video with every person in your circle who holds SHIB or is watching it. They need to see this today.